9:07. As part of one of the biggest girl bands of the last decade, Healy conquered the charts with the Saturdays' giddy mix of dance and pop songs.
But now she's decided to go it alone, and her first solo album returns to her folk and rock roots. We'll be speaking to Una in just a moment. Very good morning to you.
Good morning.
Let's have a little listen first,
yeah.
and we'll chat.
You hold my heart right in your hand.
Well, you got the car going then.
Yeah, it wasn't me driving it though. It was fake.
I was worried, you know, we took the tarpaulin off, thought it's never going to go.
Yeah, it got going, yeah.
We mentioned at the top there, there's a distinctly kind of, what is it, it's you with the guitar, it's quite a sort of simple sound.
Yeah, well, that's probably one of the more slowest songs. So the album's out today, The Waiting Game, and it's got a collection of, it's all original music, all songs I've written myself and co-written. And it's obviously a ballad, but I have got quite a few up-tempo and more sort of rocky, folk rock, country vibe.
Yeah, I was surprised about that when I first heard it, because obviously being in the Saturdays, I was expecting it to be a bit more poppy, but then it was country. And
so I'm sort of going back to my roots, because before I was in the Saturdays, I was like embarking on a singer-songwriter path, you know, and I was like playing in pubs and clubs all around Ireland. I was in the studio recording my own music. I've been writing since I was 12 years old and playing the guitar, so it was almost like a transition from that then to go into a girl group, and I'm back, so it's like the full circle, back doing my own stuff again. So yeah.
And is that exciting then, doing it on your own, or are you scared?
Yeah, of course it's very it's scary, but it's brilliant at the same time. I'm so excited about it, and it's kind of like being given a second chance to do the music that I've always really wanted to do, and it's just so different. Like, it's absolutely so different, but I'm very excited.
Now, country music often has the reputation of singing about very personal things, doesn't it? People often think about it like that, you know, tales being told about, you know, lives and lifestyles and whatever. Are you comfortable writing about your own life like that? Because there's a sense of that in this.
The whole album is like all about my feelings, my emotions, my, you know, philosophies on life. And like The Waiting Game, for instance, all about like how you have to take the rough with the smooth, and you know, there'll be hard times, but there's also amazing times. And then it's all about my children inspire me so much, and my husband Ben, and my friends and family. But yeah, I like to write from the heart, and it's all very relatable stuff that people, when they listen to it, they can kind of like put themselves in my shoes, and then or on their own and take it for themselves. It's like,
you know, as soon as any songwriter says they're talking about the hard times, everyone goes, "What are they then?"
Yeah. There's ups and downs in life for everyone, you know, and you know, all the time that's just life, isn't it? You know.
And obviously the music industry, it's one where you do have to travel a lot, you work kind of quite crazy hours, really. And what's that like, given you're a mum? Is it easy to come back into?
Well, there's obviously very busy periods of time, and you just kind of have to keep focused. But I've got great support around my mum, and Ben, my husband, are looking after the kids while I'm away for these few days. But then I'm fortunate then that I'll have like a few days off. So it's just different. But for me, this is like, I've never known life any different as a working mum than what I do. So, you know, I've managed to find a balance, you know.
And do you miss the camaraderie of a band alongside you? I imagine it's quite a unique thing to have, in your case, an all-girl band, great success, and you're travelling the world. And do you miss that kind of camaraderie?
Yeah, well, I totally miss the girls, you know, and travelling, and you know, the fun we used to have and everything. But I'm not alone, actually, because I have a band, so I'm performing with a live band. I'm actually doing my first showcase gig, first headline gig on Wednesday in London, and I've added a second date in Bush Hall on 15th of May. I'm in the Sugar Club next Thursday, but I've got a live band with me, so I've traded the girls in for a few lads on instruments, you know. It's a bit different. No, but of course I miss the girls all the time, you know.
Yeah, and obviously this is your first solo album. Is the plan now to do a number of them?
Oh, I'd love to. My dream right now is to do a tour, you know, so I'm doing the few shows and then festivals and things like that, but I'd love to tour with the album. That's my dream, yeah.
And you mentioned Ben a couple of times, and Ben Foden, this is, people may not know, he was an England rugby player.
Yeah, that's right.
Does that cause tensions, given the Six Nations at the moment and the England-Ireland thing?
Yeah, so it's obviously very disappointing for being Irish that, you know, we lost, but it's all good banter at home, you know, me and him, like, we have a lot of rugby banter when it comes to the Six Nations, yeah.
But I suppose that gives you a bit of sympathy, because the dedication you have to give to sport, for example, like music career, takes you away quite a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, so it took Ben quite, you know, it was when I was pregnant with Aoife, he was gone for nearly 10 weeks while I was away. He missed a quarter of my pregnancy. But he celebrated one of his tries when I was pregnant by doing this, so that was really sweet, you know.
Oh, that's nice. Oh.
Lovely to see you here this morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me.
And just a reminder, Una Healy's album is called The Waiting Game, and it's out now.
Yes.